Hello, my viewers. I'm Tayyab, and I'm just come back from little bit break, not too much, because there's some stuff that I have to be do, and I finish all those stuff, and now I'm coming back, and I'm here to discuss a lot of new things. Today, it is quite new things for most of the people, especially related to the accountability and goal setting. It is a wonderful opportunity for all of you that you can participate as well as you can discuss some new things with us, especially with me, and you definitely learn a lot of new knowledge related to the how to set a goal and different time of your life. You feel difference in yourself when you are dealing with lot of stuff. So at those circumstances, which is better opportunity for you to set a goal, and how you make or design your goal and process of your learning, and all your stuff that you want to do in your life, step by step everything will be going on, and you will set a lot of new things. But today I just invite my friend. She's from United States, and she definitely share a lot of new knowledge with us, and I am waiting to join her, and then we will start discussion. And it is a new experience for all of you, because there are so many things that most of the people are feeling problem or challenging in their life, but they do not know how to rid of all those problems, even though these things are not their cup of tea, but they involve those things. If you set your goal in a clear way, your goals are apparent, then you can easily tackle all those things, and you are not put yourself in those circumstances which is not engage your personality and which is not your desire. So it is really a wonderful things that you must learn today, as well as when you decide something new in your life, you must account for with the passage of time. You must account, and you can check and balance how these things are settled down, or maybe it's still going on. It may be a little bit problematic. So can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Can you see
Oh,
me or no?
no, I could not able to see you. What's the
Oh no,
problem?
hold on. Let me see what's going on here.
Yeah.
I tested it too. It should be up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yes,
Hold on.
yes. I can see your wall.
Oh no.
But
Hold on. That's the wrong angle. Hold on. My front camera isn't working. Oh my. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I might have to go out and come right back in. Is that okay?
yes, it is perfect. You just come back again.
Okay, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 second, honey.
Okay, no problem. Take time. Oh, Siddhi, how are you? By the way, hi Puyan. How are you, Puyan? Are you okay? And Albert, how are you, dear? Long time no see. Where are you, bro? Yeah, Siddhi, why you're laughing? I think something's going on. Good. So today, definitely you learn a lot. Siddhi, oh Zeddy, sorry, Siddhi, not Siddhi, Zeddy. Yeah, Siddhi is my friend also. That's why I'm a little bit confused. But by the way, today is effective communication, and you will learn a lot. Puyan, why you are not active for a long time? You are take a little bit uh, break from these live session. What's the matter behind that? Can you share with me? Oh, unfortunately, Puyan left the conversation. Anyhow, I think so. There's some problem behind our internet connection. Sometimes it does not work that we are predicting. Let's say maybe. So as you know, that's today discussion are related to the accountability and as well as goal setting. Yeah, Sarah, how are you? Are you okay? Yeah. So yeah, times comes and now I am inviting my guest. Hopefully this time it's work. Okay, I'm waiting.
Hello, I am back at work this time.
Yes, it's work better. They're wonderful. I can see you. I can hear you perfectly. Wonderful. Thank you so
Great.
much. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, well, thank you for reaching out and asking me to come on.
Uh, yeah, thank you so much. So my friends all over here, and
Yeah.
I'm just get before saying anything, can it is possible just you can introduce yourself so that everybody can understand that who you are and how much experience that you have.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. My name is Jessie. I go by Wild Jessie. Because I have own my own company called Wild Jessie Consulting, where I'm a business consultant that works with small businesses and marketing. And then I'm a life coach, and I work with typically working moms, mompreneurs. But pretty much I'm just always looking for any opportunity to speak or do workshops or just help people out. But I do a lot with like confidence coaching and motivational speaking. And there's a lot going on with people, especially right now. 2020 has been rough. So I think anytime you can have the opportunity to put some joy in some people's lives and give them something to look forward to or help them get through it is an awesome opportunity. So I was really excited when you asked me to come on with you today.
Thank you so much. It is very honorable honor for me to join you. But I think so there's some problem behind your internet, or maybe me. I sometime I could not able to see you. Your screen is just buffering. Right now I can see you. Oh yeah, again your screen is just buffering for me. Uh oh, unfortunately I just break out my guest. There is some problem. Oh, hello.
Can you hear me and see me? I can hear and see you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I could not able to see you. Your picture is too blur for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just switched my internet over, so I was hoping that would help.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's work. Just give some time. Maybe after some time it's better. Maybe I think
Okay.
in United States the internet is perfect. If I just compare to my country, the internet connection is very perfect, smooth in the United States. Sometimes it's problem over here.
Well, and I think right now I have 5 kids and I've got 4 that are doing virtual learning. So they're all on their computers doing Zoom classes right now. So I think that's partially taking some of my bandwidth. Usually when I go live, I tell them like, get off your electronics, but I can't really do that when they're in class.
Okay, I got it. So yeah, that's why. Maybe that's why because everybody is just using internet, so the speed of internet is not smooth at this moment.
Yeah,
So okay.
probably. Hopefully it'll get better soon.
Yes. Hopefully it's better soon because I think, yeah, I can manage it. So as you are mentioning, you are introducing yourself, you are explaining, you are demonstrate yourself in a very brief or comprehensive way. That's really good. And second things that you are running, I think one organization. What is the name of your organization, by the way?
I actually run 2 companies. I have Wild Jessie Consulting, which is my business consulting, where I help with like marketing, social media, and everything like that with you typically small businesses, entrepreneurs. And then I have a business called A Mom on a Mission. And it's actually I do like a weekly live show on Thursday nights where I interview different moms, kind of like this, and we go over different topics, and we go over mindset, tips, tricks, just different things like that. It's really just a way to have like a lot of fun. And then I do coaching and workshops, things like that through it. So yeah, it's all based out of here, which I am in the USA. I am in Michigan myself, but I help people all over. So I've done work with people from Canada, the United Kingdom, Norway. Like I've literally been able, it's the beauty of being online, right? Like this right now. So now I can add Pakistan to my list.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because we are living too far away from each other, and we are just united by this technology. It's really work. Right now, I can see you perfectly. So as
Good.
we are, yeah, as we are already decided that we will discussing goal settings related to some challenges, problems, how to make a goal, what type of
Mhm.
rules that give us a chance to make a better goals in our life. And we,
Yeah,
because before saying anything, there are different types of goal: long-term goal, short-term goal, breakout goal, and some people are weekly, day on a daily basis goals. Different type of sectors of goal, and there is so many conception behind that. When people are think about goal, and they make goal which seems that mean to say unimaginative. Goals are too
yeah,
big, and we can say that those goals are not practical. But
yeah,
one area of mean to scholar are push everybody to think out of your comfort zone, and those things that you could not able to reach in your life, but you must think about those things. And it is common that you are explaining yourself what you desire, so everything is start from goal, these types of things. So people think that if I have a big goal in my life, then it may be easy for me to reach them. So why we are not able to think smaller? We
mhm,
always think in a broader way. We always catch up at different things that is not easy to other person, and then other person cannot able to think about it. So we must think those type of thing which is not common. So if we conclude, my question is that two types of thoughts. One is always sport, that our goal must be practical basis, easy to achieve, and those types of things. And other thoughts or other believer said that goals are out of your comfort zone, and those goals which is too big, that no other person can imaginative. And you, if you have a big goal, then you can do hard work more than other, and it may be possible that you can achieve with the passage of time. So can you understand my question?
yes, yes, definitely. I love that. Thank you so much. I love that you brought up questions. That makes it so much easier for me.
No
um,
problem.
I think I think big goals are very, very important because they give you something to focus on and they make you push yourself. I think it's David. Is it David Meltzer or one of those guys? They say, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? If you're gonna grow and you're going to build yourself and you're gonna learn, you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone, because if you always do what you've only known, then you're not going to learn anything, right? So it's
Yeah.
very important that if you want to set those big goals, that's great. But it is true, it's very true that a lot of times those really, really big goals, like I want to buy a house, or I want to pay my car off, or I want to set a really high income goal or something, those can be paralyzing, right? Like we feel like, okay, I've made this big goal, and you focus on that big goal, and then all of a sudden you lose hope, right? You say, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get there, and then you have like these little gremlins that go in your mind and say you're not going to be able to do it, right? And you're not going to be able to get it done. I don't know how I'm going to get there. So when you set those really big goals, it's really important to break them down, like you were saying, into smaller, more attainable goals, right? One of the ways that I'll tell my clients to kind of work on this is, I don't know if you've heard of something called mind mapping.
Yes, mind mapping. Yeah, I know about
Yeah,
it.
so if you write it down, like you write it down on a piece of paper and you make a big circle and you say what your giant goal is. So paying off the car, right? And then
Okay.
you put all the things you can do to help you get to that. So maybe it's eliminating subscriptions that you don't need. Maybe it's starting a savings account. Maybe it's actually taking the cans back in your house, because like here, we get a return if we have cans, right? And I know some people, they'll fill them up in their garage, they'll fill them up, or they'll just give them away. So those are definitely little ways that you can help build up funds to get to your big goal. And then it'll be a lot easier and a lot more rewarding as you start checking off those boxes of the little goal, knowing that you're getting to your big one, right?
Okay, so you just try to be explain that firstly. You always put that goals are bigger than you think, or maybe goals are bigger than other people's, and you must think out of your comfort zone. It really push you to work extra and reach
Yeah.
your goal. This is the points that you are mentioning. And second thing that you describe it, that we always break down our big goal into a shorter interval, and this is the key to reach our goal.
Yeah.
Step by step, we just check it out accountable that maybe I can achieve or I am achieving my goals. And it's work in a two-way. One, we can think that maybe I am following the right direction, and it always helps us to follow the direction that we desire. And second things, that after sometimes we feel that I accomplished this things, so okay, now time to move this thing. So it's step by step process, and you are
Yeah.
not too much stress yourself. You feel confidence, and when you achieve something in a goal, after that, when we are discussing, then I will explain the goal setting. When you divide your goal in a smaller interval, and after
Mhm.
some time when you realize you achieve small goal, you must give the reward to yourself. You feel,
Yes.
yeah, and you feel calm down. You just give little bit, maybe you just enjoy corn, cup of coffee, you go out, you make a
Yep.
plan. When you accomplish this goal, then you will visit your mom or maybe father in different city, or whatever your dream is. You can
Yep.
do the favor to yourself. This really helps because it's power you. If I could do the next step, if I would achieve the next step, it is easy for me to jump in towards to the third one, because after that you have some reward, you have some contribution or gratitude after completion of some smaller goals. That's really work for everyone. it is
Yes.
it is it is real experience for me. It's a real
I am
experience.
very I am very big about that, especially when I'm talking to people or when I'm working with people. A lot of the times people will make goals for themselves, and if they don't reach them, they kind of punish themselves. But then when they reach them, they don't reward themselves, right? And you have to reward yourself, because otherwise what's the point? Like, you have to celebrate even your small wins. And for some people, especially right now during the pandemic, depression is really high, anxiety is really high. So if your like big win today was that you got up out of bed, you got dressed and showered, then celebrate that win. Like, take a selfie and be like, like, celebrate that you did that for yourself. Because if you don't celebrate and you're constantly only punishing yourself, you're not going to keep yourself very motivated. So I'm really big on that. Actually, I don't know if you've heard of vision boards. I know we talked about it a little bit, but you and I did. But vision boards are one of those things where people will put up their goals on them. And one of the things that I'll suggest is to take like sticky notes with those smaller goals, and then write your smaller goal on it, and then write what you're going to give yourself, what you're going to reward yourself with once you accomplish that. For smaller ones, maybe, you'll get, you'll stop and get some fast food if you did that. Like, I do that. If I got a really big goal or a goal off of my list, I'll stop at my favorite diner and I'll just get myself something and treat myself. If I get a really, really big one, maybe I'll, buy a journal that I really, really wanted, or, something special. But write down your goal, and then write down how you're going to reward yourself. And that's almost more motivating sometimes than doing the goal, because it'll help push you to be like, I really want that. And then, you'll go for that goal because you really want that reward. So that's awesome. I love that you're saying that.
Yeah, okay, that's really wonderful. You are explaining a lot of things step by step. If I just complete it, yeah, because I just want to be little bit breakdown so that it could easy for our viewers. One thing
Yeah.
that you are, yeah, one things that you are mentioning in your discussion, that's the rules or challenge that when you are doing or making a goal, always write it down, your goal. When you want to do something new in your life, you must write it. It's definitely have some power. And is it possible? Then you must hang on your wall, especially in your bedroom or where you go to sleep. Before going to sleep, you have take a glance of your goals, and when you get up, you must take a glance to your goals. It's really helpful for you because your mind keep remind you that this is your task for today and this
Yeah.
is your job for today. It's really wonderful for most of the people. I usually do it. But the second, yeah, but the second thing, when you are making goal, different type of technique are usually common. Someone, when someone is making goal, they just sit down, do some meditation for 5 to 10 minutes, and after that they just write it down, whatever the goals and dreams coming in their life, and they think about their future. Some people feel okay, when I'm feeling little bit worried, I just go and visit to my friends and family member and share with them. And then the suggestion that I take from them, I write it down, all those things when I come to my rooms. And this is the process that work for other people because they are some people are social butterfly. They engage, they like to be engaged themselves with community and with the surrounding that empower them. So it is different, vary from one person personality to another. Second things, when we are goal setting, you are mentioning that different types of technique are using for tackling us goal setting. So what type of technique and challenges that you feel when a person is setting a goal?
Well, like you said, writing them down is a big thing. Definitely making sure you're writing them down. I know some people that will put them up on a poster, like you said, and hang them up so they look at them every day. I know some people that will actually journal and they'll write their goals down every single day, right? Like they'll write them down every day. Meditation is a really good one. And then just like you had said, writing them down is one thing, but those people who like to shout them out, a good idea too is do a support group. Go on your, if you have an Instagram or a Facebook and it's something you're really wanting to do. I know some friends in weight loss, that's what they'll do to keep themselves, like to hold themselves accountable, because accountability is really huge with goal setting, right? When you're holding yourself accountable for those goals, you're more likely to achieve and attain them. So it's really important too. Sometimes we are not enough to hold ourselves accountable. So when we speak it out to other people, we immediately put ourselves in the position that we're like, oh, now I really have to do this because I told other people that I was going to. And so having that accountability really makes it so that we are, having that accountability really makes it so that we're more likely to stick with it.
Okay, wonderful. Accountability, I think if I am if I'm not wrong, accountability is really essential and it is ingredient adjacent to the goal setting. If you are accountable, then you must achieve whatever you want because it's remind you what you are doing and what you want. It's really work. But biggest problem that I have been suffering from this problem, or maybe the other people are also feeling some difficulty when they are living in a different area and their goals are different. Let's say I just quoted one example. If a person want to become an engineer or doctor in their life, but they are engaging with those community that literacy rate is not good. People just talk with their native language and they do not encourage other person if they want to learn something new in their life. At those type of circumstances, it's quite difficult to person to reach or moving towards their goal because their community is always disgracing him that what
Yes.
you want to do, this is not it. And sometimes their mind also think that, oh, this is the wrong path, maybe I am following the wrong path. It is not my choice because all the members, all my friends, 5 friends, 4 friends, always doing something else, but I have a different thing. So what do there is no sport in their community. And sometimes it's happened when they are living with family, the family member are not sport about what they want to achieve and their dream. So at those circumstances it is quite difficult for them how to think differently and how to build those community where they can reach their goals. It is totally different because they cannot live alone if they are living with family, so they cannot live alone just for on their goals. And if they are living with, if they are enjoy with their friends, so they cannot avoid them, because it is essential. It is a human body that you have friend. So you can't say that no, I have a different goals, I want to kill you and I do not want to move further from right now. So maybe our direction is different. It is too difficult to say these types of comments when we are engaging with those type of community. So how we can, and feel that we are different from them. And if we are not following those, contradict to ourselves that we think different, but we are not able to achieve. So it is a critical situation for those person. If someone is feel different, someone think different.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely. I love that question because I get that a lot. It's where I thrive as a motivation and a confidence coach because it's really hard to be motivated and have confidence when you feel like you have no support system, right? When you feel that others are maybe they just don't understand what you're doing. You know, there were definitely when I told them that I was going to quit my job and start my own business that were like, what are you doing? Right? Oh, oh, are you there, honey?
Yes, I'm here, but again, your voice just break down. I could not able to hear you what you are
Oh,
saying,
okay.
what you are saying.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me now?
Oh, unfortunately, we are just break up. Anyhow, by the way,
Hold
oh,
on. Let me switch.
again, there's some problems. Maybe I think so in my side or your side. Oh, today, unfortunately, I don't know what's the problem behind that. So, Azhar, can you see me? Azhar, type one if you are, if you can watch me. Can type one if you hear my voice. Kindly give the response.
There we go.
Yes, I
Sorry.
can.
Did you? Okay. Okay. Sorry. I switched my Wi-Fi. I'm
No,
hoping that
again, you
helps.
just frozen. Again, you just frozen. Oh, I
Okay.
do. There's some problems. I think so. Your internet is not good at this moment. So I'm facing some
I
problems.
Yeah, I can see you and hear you now. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me and see
Oh,
me now?
yes, I can hear you, but your picture is a
Okay.
little bit blurry. I can, I can manage it. No problem.
Okay. So I love that question because really that's where I thrive. When I quit my 9 to 5, like I said, I have 5 kids. There were people that were like, "What are you doing? You have a secure job, right? You have a reliable income. Why are you going to throw that away to do this?" And it was because it was my dream. It was my passion. And that's what kept me motivated. And it's very, very important that you find those like-minded people. Like you said, we're gifted with the internet. So like right now, I can talk to you and we're like-minded people, right? So if you don't have that community near you, or if there are those negative people in your homes, I have 2 suggestions really. One, affirmations. So I don't know if you know affirmations, but I
Yeah.
am a huge yeah, I'm a huge fan of them. I actually do them with my kids every morning. So my kids wake up in the morning and we do affirmations. So, I am smart. I am kind. People want to hear what I have to say. I am going to reach my goals. I am not going to let other people's judgments affect me. And I know it sounds kind of like maybe even corny. You might even be a little embarrassed doing it, but speaking those things out loud make a huge difference in what you're able to achieve, because if you convince, you're basically convincing yourself of these things. So affirmations are huge if you are lacking confidence and motivation. The other thing is,
If you don't mind, can you switch your internet from another network, because I think so the previous one is much better than right now.
okay, hold on.
Okay, no problem. I, okay, it's sometime it's happened. Okay, by the way, we are just discussing a typical topic related to the goal setting, because some people are facing such type of problem. Their surrounding community is not seem or helping them when they are thinking different or making some different goal. Hello, okay, again. So the surrounding it's really wonderful when you got a better community in your surrounding and everybody just started supporting you and everybody just push you to reach your goals, then you will feel a difference in yourself and you feel that how you are moving towards your goals and you feel that you could able to reach your goals, and some 1 or 2 person are playing in your playing a vital role in your life. Maybe this the person name of is your mentor, your father, your mother, and any other person that you feel they're playing a vital role to push you, to motivate you, to encourage you to reach your goals. If someone has these types of mean to say person who always push you, then you are a luckiest one. To be honest, you are a luckiest one because half of the thing is easy for you. You just think and you do not need to be worried about your circumstances. One person, when you feel some demotivated, it is common that every person feel motivated and demotivated. If someone say I am a motivated person, so it is it's I say he said a lie. It is not matter that everyone feel motivated and demotivated different in different circumstances. Sometimes you are motivated, sometimes you are demotivated, but
Yeah.
the person who encourage you at when you feeling demotivated, this person play a significant role in your life to push you,
Mhm.
to build you and guide you at this time. Take relax, calm down, you achieve this things. He counted your achievement and said you, oh, this you are on the right track, so this 2 steps left to reach your goals, don't worry, you are wonderful and you are moving towards your goal. So these types of comments, good comments, your I think so your advantages, highlighting your advantages, your backup things, and you are doing something extraordinary in your life. These are things are really help you a lot, even though you are not imagining yourself that what you have done, but other person think. Let's say if you want to become a pilot in your life, it is really difficult for task for some most of the people.
Yeah.
But if you have some father and mother who always push you, who always and okay, it is not matter. Everyone want what they want. So why you are not? It is your dream, no problem. So these types of words, especially the mom, father and mother, why we call a family is a most influence of any person in their life, because mom or father can build or crush anyone,
Yeah.
especially
Absolutely.
because when you start degracing anyone in especially your children, when you start degracing your children, then it means you can analyze that your children, two option is available. Maybe your children moving towards your goal aggressively, or maybe your children lost their hope and you
Yeah.
feel that this guy could not able to reach their goal. This is the two thing, but they cannot move in a moderate way because they face a lot of bigger comments about himself, which maybe the father and mother comment on it. So always give a better or positive gesture to your family and as well as the other people. Okay, if you don't mind, can I quoted one example?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know one guy in my life, and his name is I think so Lucky. Yeah, Lucky. Yeah, his name is Lucky, and he want he wanted to do something extraordinary. His plan is to become a stunt mean to say stunt guider and something like that.
Yeah.
They always do some stunt on their bike and bicycle or maybe automobile vehicle. But his father and mother always mean to say discourage you, maybe
Yeah.
because they discourage you, they discourage him because they know about the
Mhm.
danger of the stunt, because most of the stunter maybe die during their doing something
Yeah.
extraordinary in their life because they are risk taker. They always feel that it is easy, they can do it, so why they are disgrade their self, they can do. But their parents are always said okay, no, don't do this, it is not your cup of tea, you
Yeah.
just do you just do something other, it is not healthy thing. But this guy does not this guy does not consider their father opinion and mother opinion, and they have never pay any, they have never think about what their father and family member are saying to him. But ultimately he lost his life. He lost his life at the age of 25. Even though he was popular in our community, most of the people know about about their profession, about their attractive or appealing behavior. But unfortunately, he was died because of road accident. He doing something extraordinary. He drive
Yeah.
his bicycle on a one wheel, and suddenly his bicycle slipped on the roads, and he suddenly death. The sudden death of his, the sudden death of this guy is really depressed me. That sometimes when we are making some goal, we must consider about the effects and advantages. We must think about on a positive and negative both side. Otherwise, we are thinking about the goal, but we are not able to consider the aspects or negative or drawbacks of those
Mhm.
types of incident that we maybe suffer about some interval of time. So I definitely think about make a goal in a calm down situation and think about what is the advantages and what is the disadvantages, because these types of technique most of the people are using, especially the parties are using these types of upcouraging or to boost up how I can say that mop boost up the mop, uh, and they just do some strike on the road, they upgrade. So these types of things when you are making, so someone is put you or force you to do something, but you take calm down and think about this is your dream or you just follow another person dream. If you are
Oh,
following another person dream, then you feel that what is your dream, maybe your dream is similar to the other person dream, then you have to be follow, otherwise you have to be think and you will feel a lot of problems in your life. Sorry,
oh
maybe I
yeah.
just too much time.
Huh? No, you're good. You're good. No, that was good. No, and I think it's important to think about your dreams, but I mean at the same time too, you can't live for other people. You have to live for yourself. You have to make sure that what you're doing is, like you said, aligned for you. You're not doing what other people want. There might be a time where that fits into your life. Obviously, when I was younger, I had to get my first job. I had to go to school. I had to do all the things so that I could learn to take the correct action that I needed to for my life. So that's very important that you're not following what other people do. And that's why it's really important. Like, think of your goals, like, think of the next 3 years, think of the next 5 years. Think of the next 20 years. And even if it's 20 years from now, you might not know exactly what you want to be doing. But if you know that you want to be happy, healthy, and debt free, from then on, when you're making the rest of your goals or when you're making your decisions, like you're asked to go do this or you're asked to do that, ask yourself, is this in a line? Is this going to help me be happy, healthy, and debt free? If the answer is no, then you need to reconsider whether or not you should be doing it, right? Um, so I definitely think that it's important to, like you said, calmly think about it and ask yourself, it does this align with who or what I want to be further down the line, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely right. For 100%, and 100% things that you are quoting. Align yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
align yourself, and think about your inner sense, soul.
Yeah.
What soul is attached? Which thing that you want to do, and when you are making goal, you feel that which type of process and what type of thing is feel you enjoy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the, especially there are some problems in school or youngster that they want to become a doctor in their life, but their parents are not allowed to do it. Their parents are
Yeah.
thinking, okay, you are, I am a musician, so you must have to be follow music. And
Yeah.
some parents are doctor, they always force their parents, you are the next doctor in my
Yeah.
in my that you are the next doctor that I see in my life, so make sure follow the track that I did, follow the
Yeah.
same path that I did. Otherwise, I cannot allow you anything, whatever you want to do. But there guys,
Yeah.
yo, father, I want to do something extra. I want to become some other person in my life. I hate doctor. You always talking about big medicine, difficult type of medicine that I could not manage it, and I could not able to remember all those stuff, chemicals and all those stuff. So can you give me a relief to follow my dreams? Father said, no, there is no other option in your life. This is the red
Yeah.
line. And what happened? The result maybe happen suicide, stress, and anxiety, problems. They are not able to reach those positions what they want. They are not become a successful in their life. They always claiming their father and mother that what I choose, it is not my selection, it is my father's selection. What I
Yeah.
did, it is not my dream. So they are, maybe they earn a lot of money, but those money cannot help you to provide a relief or peace in their life.
Oh yeah. Well, and I think a couple of things here with what you were saying. First off, I think as a parent, you want to make sure you want to try protecting your child. And sometimes we don't always do that in the best way, right? Sometimes we do that by trying to push them in what we think is safe, or normal, because we don't want them to be ridiculed. We don't want them to struggle. And because it's out of our comfort zone, we push that onto them, right? So it's really important for the parent to understand that when you're raising a child, you're not raising a mini me. You're raising a new human to put out to work into the world. And if they make an impact, if they become a leader, that's awesome. But you really just want to make sure that they're happy and they're healthy and they're doing what they're meant to do, which might not be what you are. I have this conversation with my kids a lot. My son always comes up, he says, what do you think I should be when I get older? All right. And I always tell him, I say, well, what makes you happy? Because I am a true believer that when you do what you love, the money will follow. And it is really, really, again, it's really, really hard when you don't have that support from home, when your family doesn't support you, when your community doesn't support you. So when that happens, it's very important that you reach out to somebody who does. I have clients, I have an accountability program that I run. And usually the people who come to me are those people that do not have that support at home. And one of the first things I recommend to them is join a group. Like, go on Facebook, go on, there's different groups that meet up all over the world where there are people that are aligned with your thinking. So if you can't get that from home, go search out, find even one single person. Accountability buddies. I don't know if you've heard of that, but I love that. If you have a project or if you have something that you're struggling with, find one person or a group, like one of those groups where you can go and you can say, okay, this is what I'm going to do this week, and then have them check in with you. And then you'll know, okay, I want to make sure that I have this accountability buddy. I want to make sure that someone is holding me accountable. And if you can't get that from home, obviously, that is heartbreaking to some people, but don't let it keep you from following your dream. Okay. It will be harder. Absolutely. Yes. But when you get there, the reward will be so much sweeter because you went against all odds. But it's still important to try and find some sort of support, right? So reach out to a group, reach out to a friend, reach out to somebody outside of the family, that even if they don't align with your goals or they don't understand, they're still going to support you, right? Because that's so important. But again, affirmations are huge. So make sure you're affirming what you want to do. Make sure that you are your biggest fan, because if you're not doing it for you, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, right?
Yes.
So you want to make sure you're doing it for you. So make sure you're your number one fan, right? You're the one that's cheering you on and all that. And yes, you're right. No one can stay motivated all the time. You're going to have those rough times. And that's why it's so important to do those things. Like we said, writing your goals down, right? Writing your goals down, making a journal, maybe take up doing a gratitude journal where you're actually writing down things that you're thankful for, or those milestones that you've accomplished. Have those written down somewhere. So when you feel like you're not doing anything right, or, you're stuck, or you've hit a wall, you can go back and look at all the things that you've accomplished and just like reaffirm that you're doing what you are meant to do, you know, because that is so important, staying motivated and staying encouraged. And yes, sometimes you're going to have to do it yourself, and it's not always easy, because it's a lot easier to sit back and just do what is the norm, right? Or to do what's easy. It's a lot easier doing that, but you're not necessarily going to be happy doing that. So you need to make sure that you're doing what's aligned and what's happy for you, right?
Yes, absolutely right. You are highlighting a lot of things. That first, engaging with the community that's aligned to you, and second thing, you are highlighting that it is better to upgrade yourself by own self, because no one can help you all the time. You have to
Yeah.
be push up yourself sometimes. So,
Yes.
and there are so many techniques, because when you are moving towards goal, I think it's quite easy, because you know that's what you want to do and you are following step by step towards your goal. So it may be quite easy for you. You just think about why you started. If you
Yep.
know about why, then I
Mhm.
think so 90% work will be done, because you know you started for this reason. Have you reached it? Oh, you said no, because I want to do these things, but the why is not clear up till now. So when you
Yeah.
are little bit vague about your why, then I think so you will suffer a lot of problem. But my one friend is just asking some question. I have to be tackle it. The
Yeah.
question is, I felt so hard to find good partner because a lot of toxic people around me, and I prefer
Yeah.
alone find a partner from social media. Yes, uh, I just answer this question, and after that, I will definitely take your comment as well. I think
Okay.
so. It is a wonderful things that you just engage yourself through the community, through the social media, and finding a good partner. But again, you must remember there are so many good people, kind, generous, heart touching, and how I can say that well wishers are available on the internet. But you must keep remind yourself that there are so many fake people or fake people also, or they can cheat you, they can beat you, they can take the advantage from you. So keep remember those things. If you are not finding a right partner, it is better to find a partner in surround your community, and you and other person know about you much better. Let's say your family member, your uncle, your father, mother, or maybe your maternal or parental uncle, extended family person, because you do not need to be explained more about yourself when you are engaging with those person, and it is quite easy for you to attach with them. You can understand that this personality has these types of thoughts, so I can engage with themselves. It is quite easy for you. So it is the best option. But if you are not able to find a person in surround your community, then you must think about in outside your family zone, because
Yeah.
you cannot able to trust anyone in this world, especially in this world. That in this world, it is a human nature that we are sometimes we are not able to find a right person in your life, and then it it produce a lot of negative impacts on our life. If you found a person in your life, maybe at initially he is pretending himself that he's a good guy, but unfortunately he's not. And after time you will analyze that this is the wrong selection. So but you lost a time which is very precious in these circumstances. You could not afford the time, waste of time. So it's much better to find a person in close community, in close family. If you not, then you will switch towards out of your family. So what is your point? What is your answer about this question?
Well, I love your idea about finding somebody close to you. If you have somebody that is close to you, that is supportive, that is awesome because they're available, they're right there, they know you. But again, it can be hard sometimes for those people to understand or break free from maybe their thoughts of you, especially if you've done something all your life and then all of a sudden you decided, like I said, I'll use the lose weight. Let's say you decided you were gonna lose weight. Everybody always knew you as somebody who was a bigger person, who didn't like to exercise, who ate whatever they wanted. They're gonna be, they're gonna be like, are you really, you're good how you are. You don't need to change. Are you sure this is what you want to do? Or more risky behaviors, like you said, like your stuntman friend. They're gonna want to be more protective. So sometimes it is really good to go and find a community or someone in your community that is willing to support you, or that's able to support you. Pretty much anything you want to do right now, there's a group on the internet that will support that for you. And you'll find too, it's a lot easier sometimes to explain your dreams and your goals to a stranger than it is somebody you've known your whole life. It's easier to tell your story to, if you have that why, and say it's raw. Like you overcame domestic abuse, and so now your heart is to help people who face domestic abuse. I suffered a miscarriage, so it's really important to me that I help moms that have suffered a miscarriage and need to go through it, and dads too. That they have that support. So it's super important that you take those things into account, and that you find a community that's good for you. So if it is somebody that's close to you, then awesome, grab that person. But if it's not, and you need to start online or start somewhere more anonymous, then do that if it's going to help you. But if somebody needs help reaching out to somebody too, I always tell people, you can find me on social media, and I am pretty good at hunting down groups. So they can always reach out to me, and I will help you find a group. So if you're looking to become, a life coach or a stuntman or a doctor or a cow farmer, there is a group out there. There are a group of people that have the same goal, that have gone there, and they understand the trials that it's getting through. So find a mentor. Don't reinvent the wheel, right? Find somebody who's been through it and understands how hard it is, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you, really.
Wonderful. But why I always supporting that you must finding a partner and surround your community. Why I'm supporting? Because when you are following someone outside your community, there are some type of problems. One of them is, let's see, if I'm talking to you, I do not know about your life behind the camera. What is your life behind the camera? I do not know about much. And when people are following some superstar or TV star, they follow them and they set their goal, but they do not know how they suffer behind that. So you
Oh
are
yeah.
not, yeah, you are not
Yeah,
able.
I'm not saying to base your life off of an actor or something like that. I'm saying find real people, like groups that are supporting what you're doing. I mean, just as much as behind this screen, you might not know what I'm doing. When you walk in your door, I might not know what you're doing. So you might come out into your community with a smile on your face saying, I love this, I do this, I do that. And then every single day you walk in your door or your bedroom and you do the opposite. So whether it's a screen or a door, a lot of people put up fronts. So it's important that you choose who you're going to trust. But I'm just saying, for like general accountability and support, there are definitely people out there that can support you and that can hold you accountable and that can help you with that. Not necessarily somebody that is in the limelight or somebody that's famous that will put that show on for you, right? But you have to realize there's a lot of us that are putting shows on all the time, whether it's on a screen or when we walk out the door, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm not mean to say contradicting about your idea. I'm saying that why I encourage people to follow a community that is quite
Yeah,
related to them, because they know about how they behave in their professional as well as domestic life. They
yeah,
understand all those types of life. If you find someone in your close family or relationship, your cousin or any person. Otherwise, if you just following or making a community outside your comfort zone or outside or through the social media, it is too much difficult for you, because you are just engaging with those person with a smaller period of time. You learn from them, you feel a calms and environments, productive environment, but you are not perfectly understand, because you cannot able to watch them how they are behaving in their real life. So
yeah,
let's say if you are following your mother and father, if you are engaging with them, so it's quite easy to analyze what your father is doing when they
yeah,
have some problem in their life, what the step they are taken when they are feeling passing through a difficult moments of their life. So you can analyze all those things step by step. It's quite easy for you to think or make a assumption, and you can gain or learn from them. If I have this type of problem, my father did this, so I have to be do this. And
Yeah.
if I have this type of problem, my mother did this, and I have to be do this. So it is a good example for you.
Yes.
If you are following or catching up with the other community, so you know about when you are talking with them, even though behind the camera what they are doing, maybe they are just giving you a lot of good examples, bunch of example or abundance of example, but you are not able to understand how they behave in those circumstances. Maybe they just quoted you, but they are not following you. You do not able to learn by real example. You learn something, but you are not learned by the real example. Real example, just father and mother give to the other person. It is a, I think there is no alternative that the real example that you are giving. Real example is punch, import in your implant in your mind, and you can go through all those things. And it seems like you built something in your mind. Someone built something in your mind, and it is installed in your mind. So you how I can say intentionally or unintentionally do the
Yeah.
same thing what we learn. So it is the
Yeah.
quite good suggestion for me. That's why I am supporting this idea.
Oh yeah. And I think if you have supportive parents and they are good examples and they are there for you and they're giving you great examples as to how to behave or react to situations or your goals, then yes, absolutely. 100% go for it. Follow their example, heed their advice. But I know a lot of people that don't have family members, don't have parents, or maybe their parents were bad examples. And even sometimes they'll use that and say, what did my parents do? And then do the opposite, which can be unhealthy sometimes. So for those people who don't have support at home or don't have parents even at all, in some cases, as we're getting older, sometimes parents are passing. Maybe they were a child of foster care or adoption, and they don't have that support out there. So it's really important that if you have that in your community, absolutely go for it. But if you don't, there's still ways for you to find support. There's still ways for you to get help. It's not hopeless, right? It's not hopeless. If you don't have a father or a mother that have taught you great things or that can continue to be there for you, you still have a chance at being successful. You still have a chance at attaining your goals, and doing something. So I do agree with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing a lot of good. I'm hearing a little bit.
Oh, I'm not hearing it.
Oh, you're not hearing your.
I'm not hearing an echo. I'm hearing you, but I don't hear an
Okay, no problem.
echo. Sorry.
Yes, yes, I. Okay, I think so. You are just want to share something other than this, or this type of accountability towards the. I have discussed things, goal setting, challenges, goal, step by step procedure, setting essential to do towards your achievements, and all those things discussing in a step by step. It is very wonderful. So, can we shift our discussion towards accountability?
What was that?
Can we shift our discussion towards accountability?
Oh yeah, accountability. I know we
Yeah.
kind of started out with that. I think the main thing with accountability is really just making sure that you're showing up for yourself. It's really easy to cancel on yourself. So if you make an appointment with somebody and that other person is involved, you're going to try your hardest to make it because you know that if you don't show up, you're going to disappoint them, right? Well,
Yeah.
we need to do the same thing with ourselves. So if you make an appointment with yourself, if you say, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow and get a bunch of work done, then you need to show up for that appointment like you would with someone else, right? And yes, he said, yes, accountability. Yeah, that was you. Sorry. Accountability is essential in goal setting. Yes, because if you don't show up for yourself, you're not going to reach your goals. If you don't show up and hold yourself accountable, If you say, I'm going to set these goals, and then they just sit there forever, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to get any success. You're not going to move forward. So you do have to be driven. And it's not always easy. It's not always fun. There will be things along the way that you need to do to make sure that you're getting to your goals. That might be hard. It might be uncomfortable. It might not be fun. And you got to make sure you're doing it. You got to make sure you're showing up for yourself. So accountability, I think, yes, is all about showing up, holding your appointments. And if you say you're going to do something, following through with it. And if it helps, treat yourself like somebody else.
No, okay, wonderful. You're explaining that accountability, you can just say that the second hand of goal setting. If you want to goal setting, then your second hand or your second shoulder is accountability. But it is common. It is common, especially for me and maybe some other person, when someone is account us or someone is just give us the real picture that you did these things, but you have to be do this thing. Why you are not moving towards this thing? But your goal is that mean to say, if someone is account continuously, so we feel little bit worry about it, and we are little bit in a hurry mood, and maybe it is good, but sometimes we are under stress that, oh, I have to be do this thing, but why I'm not able to accomplish those things. It is too sometimes it's happened that when we are searching something new, let's say for example, when we are searching towards our something on a social media, so some during watching video, we just move towards to the another topic, and nobody can account, and after wasting 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and sometime later we're like, oh, it is, I lost so many times and watching something new.
Yes.
This the same things that I pinch ourselves, and it same happen when someone is account you. We feel unhappy that why this guy's account you. Maybe the guy is our friends. Some friend is account us that, oh bro, yesterday you told me that you did these things, but you are not. Teacher told us that, oh, why you are not completed your task, homework.
Yep.
So this accountability that most of and we feel a little bit aggression, and we feel a little bit angriness that why someone is pinch us. So sometimes, so why? Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Time management is huge if you want to hold yourself accountable. Time management, most of the time when somebody is struggling with procrastinating, or they're struggling with not meeting their goals and holding themselves accountable, time management is a huge help. It's a big deal. So if you know you want to get up early in the morning, like you said, don't stay up all night scrolling videos. I know it's fun in the moment, but you're going to hate yourself in the morning when you're trying to get up and you're dreading because you know you stayed up an extra 2 or 3 hours because you just got lost watching a bunch of videos. If you get a planner, I have a planner that I use for my week, and then I have a planner that I use every day that I want to be productive. And it's literally like the 3 things that have to get done today is on there. So I'm like, I can't get on those extra social media things. I can't look at those videos until I know I have at least these 3 things done today, and I'll know I felt successful, right? And anything I get done after that is like, it's icing on the cake. So like, set yourself up and say, okay, today I have to get these 3 things done before I do whatever, before I go hang out with my friends, before I go to the bar, before I scroll on social media. Make yourself accountable. And so set those goals every day, those 3 tasks every day. And make sure that you're watching your time, because when you can lose your time so easily, it just scrolls right by you, and before you know it, like you said, it's a half hour, an hour later, and you're like, I just spent this much time wasting my time. So you have to hold yourself accountable, and it might happen every once in a while, but if you notice that it's becoming a problem, you can set timers on those apps. You can set a timer on those apps, or you can go through and you can disable that app. There were actually ones that I took completely off of my phone so that I wouldn't be distracted from them. Turn off your notifications. That's a huge one, okay? If you know that like TikTok is huge right now, if you get distracted by TikTok, turn your notifications off so that you don't see the fun new video, and then only go to the app when you're done with what you've had to get done today. So that's huge.
It is quite awesome idea. To be honest, it is really awesome idea that you just use some notification that may become pop up in our screen when we are using extended hours or extended period of our desired time. It's really pop up in our screen, and it is much effective. To be honest, it is really effective process for doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
how?
Yes. Well, and a good thing too is you can block your time. So like I'll say, okay, in the morning is my planning stage. So I'll take an hour in the morning that I just spend on planning stuff, right? And then I'll have time where I'm doing meal prep. I'll have time where I'm answering emails, where I'm doing phone calls. I'll have my break time or whatever. Like block your time. That's another thing. If you find it hard to like keep with a planner or just saying I have 3 tasks for this, even if it's 10-15 minutes a day. Like I tell some people, if you have a goal that you want to get, say you're in a 9 to 5 right now, and you know that you want to build a business or you have a goal to do something else, even if you give yourself 15 minutes a day where you say, okay, I'm going to sit down for 15 minutes and I'm only going to do this, you're going to see that you're going to grow so much better and so much faster. And pretty soon, 15 minutes isn't going to be enough. You're going to bleed it into a half hour or 45 minutes or an hour because you're then excited about it. But start with, like we said earlier, realistic goals. So even if it's just 15 minutes a day that you're putting towards writing your book or starting a blog or, setting up for your day the next day, start with those little goals, those little time blocks, and then escalate them as you master that, right?
Absolutely. You're highlighting very wonderful. You explaining all those things step by step. Firstly, we have to be think about and then accelerate them. It is wonderful. I think it is the key of success. Firstly, we do some baby step. Anything
Yep.
when we are doing something new in our life, we just take a baby step. And after some time, when we are taking some baby step, after some time we have to accelerate them in a twofold, threefold, or maybe much more, whatever we like it. It is up to us, and it's work. Because if you are thinking about in a at initial level that you are thinking, oh, I have to be do these things, and you are exceeding your limit at initial level, so you are totally put yourself in a under silly circumstances, to be honest, under problematic situation. You could not suffer, and these types of problem that most of the people have been facing, because they do not know how to set their goal, and they're saying, oh,
Yes.
I just
Mhm.
want to do this thing, so why it is not, but they do not know. One more
Yeah.
thing, selecting a goal, most of the time people inspire with other person. Let's say if I
Yeah.
am talking to you, most of the people start comparing yourself with you, and you compare with me. So, and you feel, oh, this guy has this thing, so why I have not? Oh, this is not the goal. To be honest, this is not the goal. This is the jealousy. And
Yeah.
when we are feeling jealous, so we made some goal that is not our choice.
Yeah.
Because this is mean to say, this is little bit how I can say, that jealous type of things, and we feel that this guy has, so why I have not? I want to do. We follow something different that is not seems to me my or seem to my personality, that does not match to my personality. So it definitely took us me a different wrong side. So again, we are just moving towards the goal setting, but our topic is related to the accountability. So yeah, keeping them accountability is really essential for keep tracking you towards your goal, and you are
Yeah.
always judge yourself. And it is better if you can accountable yourself. I think you can do better, and it is really
Yeah.
good because you are not feeling some how I can say that you are not feeling that someone is disgrading you, and you are clearly account yourself, and no one can account better than others. You can account yourself in a better way, and you will feel difference. This is my point, and I think so. If you want to add something more.
Yeah, no, I do. I agree with that. I mean, if you'll find when you find a goal that you actually truly want, that you're driven by, those goals are going to be easier to go to, because when you're pushing for yourself, you'll find that you're more driven. You'll find that it's easier, right? When you're pushing for someone else's goal, sometimes you get resentful. Sometimes you get angry, like you were saying earlier, you'll get angry, you'll get resentful. You're not motivated to do someone else's goal. So if you start to feel those feelings, it might be time to reevaluate your goals and say, are these my goals, or am I trying to do it for someone else? Am I trying to impress someone else, or am I trying to just replicate somebody else? You need to find what's good for you. And you might find somebody who's similar to where you want to be. And it's good to have role models. It's good to have mentors. Person is an individual, and each person is unique. And you're going to find that when you go off of your unique path, you're going to find that it's going to be a lot easier for you. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to be happier, because you're following what is true to you, your true self, not someone else's version or somebody else's goals, right? So that I totally agree.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me such a nice time to share your experience about goal setting and accountability that we have covered right now. It is a wonderful for me to learn from you, and especially your point of view, your knowledge about those two topics. It's really wonderful and amazing. And I'm very happy to join you. And thank you so much. I have no words how I can say how I can appreciate to you. You have awesome mindset, and you have an awesome, outstanding knowledge about those topics, and it's really wonderful. And your generosity, your thanksgivings, and your kindness is really appealing for me. And thank you so much for giving me a nice chance to join you. And hopefully we will make some new session in maybe next week or maybe in some other time. And I really enjoyed. Thank you so much, and see
Yeah.
you later. See you
Okay.
later.
Thank you too. This is great what you're doing for people. I love that you're giving them this information. It just needs to be out there for people. So thank you for inviting me, and thank you for putting it out for people.
Okay, thank you. Bye. See you later for the next time. Okay, thank you all my viewers who just joined the live session. And I just invited one new friends, and she just sharing her knowledge. It is very wonderful. She is where she has a lot of experience in those types of things. She always making some webinar and meeting. So I really enjoyed it. See you for the next time, and take care of yourself. And if you have some question related to those things, as far as my knowledge, I will definitely share with you. Yeah, you are just there, and see you next time. And thank you so much. Bye bye. See you later.